for Lakmé Fashion Week Winter Festive 2019 with the beautiful designer Shweta Tantia and her label Tahveeb. I love the name of your collection today, Kandisa. Could you talk to us a little bit more about your label, being back at Lakmé Fashion Week, your memories with the place?
Yes, of course. So Aisha Kandisha is actually a tale from Morocco, and it's a very famous tale and a book. It's about this mermaid. Okay, it's about.
Don't want you to look at me ever.
So it's about this mermaid who falls in love with a warrior, Khalid Marrakesh, and it's all about her journey. So obviously you'll see a lot of architecture of Morocco in our collection. We've used our basic stripe and checks, which we always use. Along with it, we've got our jamdanis, and we've used a lot of fresh colors to make it a little more festive.
Do you have a favorite piece in the collection?
Yes, actually, I do. There's this jamdani overlayer and a jamdani pants matching. It's like a quad.
Oh, nice.
So I love that piece. It's very me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we hope we get to see you in that soon.
Yes.
I think we do have a few people here that would like to speak with you. So would you be open to us doing that?
Absolutely.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining us, and we're going to break for one-on-one interviews. Guys, here.
Ladies and gentlemen, to see any of the Lakmé Fashion Week collections in more detail, please visit
Festive 2019. And I think it's been a very interesting start. We have with us here 5 designers across 3 labels. We're going to talk to each one of you, ask you about your label, the collection you showcased today, and what your inspiration behind each of them was. If we can begin with Essay, Sahib, and Sunaina. If you can talk to us a little bit about your collection, Isn't It Ironic?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Sunaina from SA, and our fall-winter collection is called Isn't It Ironic? So it's basically an extension of what we did for our pre-fall, which was called Why So Offended? And our main aim to do this was to create social awareness. And we basically wanted to, it's a satire on the existing social order and how people perceive things. So I hope we were able to deliver the message.
Hi, I'm Sahib from SA, and so this collection was basically an extension of a pre-fall. The pre-fall was the collection where we questioned, and the question was, why so offended? So it was an extension, and this collection, like Sanay said, it's called Isn't It Ironic? So we opened the show with Chow performing for us in heels. So the concept behind it was basically the heels were actually made, in the 18th century, heels were made for men. It was over the years that women took them over, but the technical part, and it was made for them, for their postures and everything. So they were invented for men. And I'd like Chow to say a few words about the whole performance in the show.
Basically, when SA reached out to me for this very performance, I made sure what I deliver is not just dance. I wanted to create the vibe in a way that why so offended. The moment I look at the audience, they should feel the bit of uncomfortable there, so that they understand that we are not in the space where we accept things. So when I started, of course, as a performer, but when I ended, it could have been, in my head, a transition between a performance to a beautiful movie. So we wanted to create the climax through the performance, and we really hope we did, because it's very uncommon in India. And creating history, walking in heels is different, and dancing in heels is on a total different level. And I'm quite thankful for this opportunity, but I think it's just a start for India.
Perfect. Thank you for bringing heels back in fashion and in the way they were actually meant to be. If we can talk to Jaja Bor, Kanika and Nilanjan, and you can talk to us a little bit about chai at Mughal Sarai Junction.
So basically, for the last 3 seasons, we have been working on our collection, which is based out of our travel stories. We take inspirations from our travels, and that's what we try and put it forward in our collection. And that's why the name of the collection, name of the brand is called Jajabor, which means nomad in Assamese. So this time what we did was we wanted to kind of reinvent the whole old way of traveling in India. So it's basically an ode to the middle class traveler and to the Indian Railways, where I remember as kids, we used to take the train to go all different parts of India, and we used to plan our travels. That was an age where there used to be no Instagram, no Facebook, no blogging, no Booking.com, no Airbnb. So everything used to be very spontaneous. We'd probably plan a holiday while we were reading a novel by Satyajit Ray. So that's the kind of nostalgia which I wanted to bring back, which we wanted to bring back through our collection, and specifically the station Mughal Sarai Junction played a very important role in our memories, because every time we used to cross Mughal Sarai Junction, we would probably stop for a cup of tea or some aloo puri, and we have very vivid memories of that junction. Unfortunately, we both feel that Mughal Sarai Junction died a very tragic death. They changed the name. So through this collection, we basically want to bring back those memories of people who have traveled through Mughal Sarai Junction, how it used to be, how traveling in India through Indian Railway used to be. And that's what Chai at Mughal Sarai Junction is all about.
Would you like to add anything to that?
No, I think he's pretty much said everything. So I hope we were able to bring that nostalgia to everyone, bring that nostalgia, with our collection, and everyone was able to live that era with our collection. So.
Thanks. Anurag, if you could talk to us about a true story.
Yeah, I always inspired from artists from all over the world. So this time my collection is based on a novel called A True Story, written by a Syrian satirist, Lucian of Samosata. And I have used the story to create the ornamentation, and I mixed with my own experimental silhouettes. So this collection is all about.
Perfect. So between stories and memories and satire, can we ask you a little bit about your stories with Lakmé Fashion Week? Because we're celebrating 20 years this year. I want to know what has been your experience at this platform.
So this is the second time that we've showcased at Lakmé Fashion Week, and for us, I think it's rather than our collection, it's the story that we are trying to narrate and reach out to and relate with people, basically, instead of just coming up with something that you cannot relate with. So I think it's a very good and big platform for us to convey our message to people, and I'm so happy to see that so many of you relate with us.
Wonderful. Neil?
So this is the third time. I mean, we have very fond memories with Lakmé Fashion Week. We started off as Gen Next, a part of the Gen Next team, and then after Gen Next, it's been 2 emerging designers, category we have done. This is the third time, and I mean, we also love Mumbai. Both of us, we love Mumbai a lot. We love the food. We love the street food. I mean, we have been hogging onto the pav bhaji from Juhu Chowpatty for the last I don't know how many days. Every night we go there. So we actually look forward to come to Lakmé Fashion Week. One reason is that Lakmé Fashion Week, I think, gives a really good platform to young and upcoming designers. And they also encourage the young and upcoming designers to go all out and do their creations with a free mind, not think too much about the commercial aspect or, So that is a very big encouragement, I feel, that comes from Lakmé Fashion Week. And the second reason, of course, we always want to come back here for the love of being in Mumbai. And I think.
We hope the love of Mumbai and the love of Fashion Week keeps bringing you back. Anurag.
So this is the second time I'm here. I was Gen Next in 2018, and this is a great platform. And sorry. Thank you, IMG Reliance and Lakmé Fashion Week.
Excellent. We like when you get choked up when you can't say anything. If I can open the floor for questions.
सिर्फ यूथ के लिए क्यों, सबके लिए अवेलेबल है. Actually, we are catering to all the age groups, and I think everybody wants to reconnect with their roots, with their history at some point of time. I think we all enjoy that, and that is one of the reasons why we chose the music accordingly. We chose Kishore Kumar because I mean that's something which comes natural. That you're traveling in a train, you stop somewhere, you get to hear the radio going on somewhere at the background, some Kishore Kumar or Manna De or Hemant Kumar going on. I mean, that is the kind of nostalgia which everybody, even today, we could be grooving and dancing to all the, Hollywood musics and the Hindi pop musics. But then after some point of time, we all know that in a party, all of a sudden somebody, some corner will play a Kishore Kumar. And then the tone changes and, the mood of the party changes. So I think we all enjoy reconnecting to our roots, reconnecting to our history at some point of time in our busy life. And I think that is what we wanted to basically showcase. And it's for every age group. If you actually break up the collections, the ensembles, single pieces, they're absolutely wearable. And you can just, and with a little hint of probably a Mughal Sarai Junction written somewhere, why not? I mean, it's after all, we all want to live our memories. So. Fashion is there are certain classic styles in fashion which never goes out of fashion. It's always going to be there, and no matter and that's what good fashion is all about. Making people believe in the classic styles, the classic silhouettes, and that's how people will want to retain them for a longer period of time.
So in our collection, we have tried to reinvent our classic styles. For example, Angrakha and Kalidars, and that yeah, in a very modern way, so that everyone can wear those silhouettes but still look very fashionable and stylized. So I think we have a range which can cater to either youth or for everyone.
एक्चुअली आई रीड अबाउट आर्टिस्ट और एक सीरियन सटायरिस्ट थे लूशियन ऑफ समोसाता. तो उनकी स्टोरीज मुझे बहुत अच्छी लगी. वो बहुत ही लाइक व्हाट वी कॉल इट तो देयर इज flowers which is bigger than mountains, and I like the play the story he played. तो उसको मैंने कन्वर्ट किया ऑर्नामेंटेशन में एंड फिर उसको इस तरह से.
So basically, the main aim of the brand is to always connect with the audience and just keep talking about it, because everyone's aware of the social issues we have. When nobody is ready to talk about it, we don't do anything about it. And I think everywhere you go, people talk about it or they just know about it. But it's so important for everyone. So through this collection or through these messages, we try making an impact. Ki whatever's going to happen, whatever is happening around us, everyone needs to know, and we need to be aware of the social causes. So yeah.
Maybe that's a surprise. You'll know next time.
Now she's talking like a buyer. What is your next collection going to be?
उसके लिए आपको थोड़ा वेट करना पड़ेगा, सीक्रेट होगा.
So we've used a lot of knits here. There are a lot of pattern-based knits and jacquards that we've experimented with. So, and we've also done embroideries with the dabka, the traditional material which we've done in a very contemporary way. So that's the basic aesthetic of the brand, to use the traditional materials and do it in a modern contemporary way. So yeah.
Uh, well, the prints for us, basically what we have taken is we have digged in the Indian miniature painting archive, and we have pulled out. So if you see up close the collections, you will get to see probably a golden temple somewhere, Jagannath temple somewhere, the Meenakshi temple, Madurai somewhere, Taj Mahal. So the idea behind that was that, as kids when we used to travel all over India and no matter where we go, whether we are going to the Meenakshi temple or to Jagannath Puri temple or to Ajmer Sharif or to Taj Mahal, or to the Golden Temple. For us, it used to be traveling in one country, which is to be India. And I think we also wanted to kind of glorify that fact because unfortunately the world is changing here. The name of the station Mughal Sarai Junction also changed because one of those reasons. So that is the whole idea behind the collection, to bring back those feelings, those emotions, that no matter what, no matter where you go, wherever you go in India, the name of the station might change, the language with which it's written, it might change, but it is all about one single India and traveling in one India.
There is no print in my collection. It's all jacquard knitting and machine embroidery and hand embroidery on the khadi and denim and cotton slab. It's all made from denim. हमने denim को reuse किया है और बहुत सारे pieces जो हमने बनाए हैं, that is old stock denim, and फिर उसको जो move नहीं होते जो denims, तो उन सबको वापस लेके उनको कट करके और फिर सारी पूरी जो denim वाली collection थी वो पूरी old stock denim को reconstruct करके बनाया है.
Perfect. I think if we're done with the questions, we want to wish all of you the very best and hope we see more of you at Fashion Week going forward and creating more memories together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for asking us questions. We really enjoyed it.
Okay, they want another group photo if you don't mind.
राजा भाई आप ऊपर नहीं ले सकते.
Pleasure to be attending LFW and being a part of the Fashion Week. We've always been inspired what Lakmé Fashion Week has managed to do in creating aspiration in a young person's mind, in a consumer's mind, and we are happy to associate with them and bring diamond into every day look for a girl.
And we have here 6 winning, jewelry designers, diamond jewelry designers. Can you tell us a little bit about how you feel a platform like this, brings their talent to the fore?
We have so much talent that is available in our industry that we feel isn't seen by the consumers. There's so much that goes into a small piece of jewelry, and I think it's high time that we made an effort to bring it to all of you so everybody can see what goes into making of a piece of jewelry, the effort, the dream, the desire that goes into making a small piece of jewelry that all of us wear. Our designers customize every small thing, every piece of jewelry that comes out, unlike other things, is customized, is suited to you, is purely personal. And I think Lakmé Fashion Week gives us an opportunity to share this with the consumers, and we are very happy to do it.
Wonderful. So from one person who's empowering a bunch of designers to Mr. Chandok, Vice President and Head of Fashion, IMG Reliance. Could you tell us a little bit about Lakmé Fashion Week's association with Richa and the Diamond Producers Association?
So, one of the reasons why, and this is something I told the team also, this is one of my focus shows this season, is the fact that it's much larger in conversation because it aligns two industries that, work together on various levels. And to bring them together on a platform such as Fashion Week is a great win for us as well. It gives us the opportunity not to interface with a singular person, but it gives us the opportunity to interface with an industry and leaders of those industry through the Diamond Producers Association, which is fantastic. And I think that makes the Fashion Week platform richer. Richer. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Also, one of the things that we have committed to together is the fact that it is also a promotion of talent that comes to the fore as well. So we are very proud to have these 3 designers who are incredibly talented from the fashion design community come together with 6 designers from the jewelry community and come together and create it was a packed show. there was no space. There were at least 20 people who were fairly unhappy outside because they couldn't fit in. So I think that's a win. And I think it's a start of a very, very long relationship that will only grow over a period of time.
Sorry, I'm going to take a moment and say thank you to the three designers. We had three fabulous collections, very distinct, which, you know, they managed to help us showcase our jewelry in a beautiful way. But hats off to you all on such beautiful collections. Congratulations.
Thank you. Archana, if you could talk to us a little bit about the theme that we had this year, naturality, and a little bit about your collection and working with jewelry.
Yeah. So this season, the collection is inspired by the Nilgiris. It was inspired by the place, the landscape, the flora and fauna that's found there. So it's pastel colors. Starts off with a white, a little bit of pastels that start. And then it goes into a darker palette, ends with a midnight blue. That's the whole color story. With the collaboration, I was really excited because jewelry is not something I really I'm fond of myself personally. But with my clothing, I wanted to get out of my comfort zone and try something new, do something with my clothing, add some accessories. So this was something I took up as a challenge and it was fun. Thank you.
You're right. You know, sometimes when you get very comfortable in a style and you really want to jazz it up, there's nothing better than jewelry to do it. And
Yeah.
a gorgeous piece of jewelry can make you feel fantastic. So, ladies, if we can hear from you. Sonal from Sphere.
So my collections I had designed keeping in mind the modern Indian women who is rooted in her culture but is also very modern in her outlook. And I saw a very, very good fit with Archana's creations. I think we didn't know, whom we were getting paired with, but it turned out excellent. The pastel colors went very well with the kind of look that, I had in my mind. And I also, because I have this opportunity, I'm not going to let it go. I want to really thank the DPA and Lakmé for this wonderful platform. It is something we jewelry designers have been waiting for years. I'm 20 years in the business and I was looking for this. So I have to thank both of you personally. And I just hope that you get many designers coming up because of this.
Thank you, Sonali.
Divya, if I may, I don't think you need an introduction or your brand does, but this is Divya Gupta of Tanish, the Design Excellence Center.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll also like to take this opportunity first to thank Lakmé Fashion Week and DPA to give this platform, to create this platform for jewelry designers. As brand Tanish, we are very proud of this association because both the organizations are about bringing forward authentic designs and authentic material. And we at Tanishq, we believe in ethical sourcing of our diamonds, and that is what DPA is promoting. So we are very proud of this association. As far as our collection goes this year, we are trying to give expression to the modern women and their how they're moving up away from their breaking boundaries. So our collection this year is about that. It's not something which is contained in a box. It's rethinking jewelry, and that's what we have tried to capture in our designs this year. And thank you, Archana, for beautiful clothes. I think our jewelry and your clothes went very well together. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. It is beautiful to see so much talent on one platform, and thank you both for bringing that to us. Before we let you go, if we can get a picture of all five of you up here.
The collection was inspired basically by our travels to Masai Mara, and every season we do try to do something which is very travel oriented. When we were approached by IMG to do something with diamond jewelry, it was really exciting for us because it's something which we've never ever done. And to pair fine jewelry in a very contemporary way was something which was exciting. What I loved about the jewelry and the brief given to us was that they didn't want to style it in a set way. It was more like break up the sets and work your way around it, which is what we do with our clothes as well. Like we all work with separate, so it kind of gives more value of money to a consumer. So especially the 4318 girl is someone who's on the go, and she is someone who's not really fussy with her clothing and her jewelry. So the jewelry designers we were paired with were extremely like compatible, and I think it looked really stunning. So thank you guys.
Dhereda, can you talk to us a little bit about your jewelry this season and how it felt like collaborating and bringing that to fashion?
This was a very exciting experience for us to bring our jewelry on the ramp along with fashion. And what inspired me, I get inspired by nature, so I like to use floral motifs and leaves and a lot of straight lines and linear. And our jewelry is basically for everyday wear, so any occasion that you want to celebrate, you can use this kind of jewelry.
Thank you.
Thank
Ketan, if you can talk to us a little bit about your inspiration for the collection.
Hi, everybody. This year, again, we have worked on the nature-inspired theme. I think everybody loves nature, and the most important reason to go with nature is that when you come up with the forms, I think they are more global. We use a lot of floral design, teardrops, frozen berries, and we use something like spider webs also as our inspiration. So yes, and every time when we come up with a collection, we try to come up with the trend-setting things. This year we have come up with more of an asymmetrical designs, where we have paired your cuff and your studs together, and I think the category is looking very interesting to us. Also, we really enjoyed showcasing at IMG Lakmé Fashion Week and DPA together. I think, yeah, this was a very exciting experience.
So I'm going to ask you, do you have a favorite piece from Shweta's collection?
Well, all the jewelry pieces which were paired with her outfit, they are my best pieces.
So I'm going to say that, Shweta's brand is something I like to wear, and she has a beautiful thing. So Ketan's jewelry is also jewelry that I like, and I hope to own more of. So I think it was a great pairing, and we hope that there are other people who will see it and looking at her brand in the deconstructed way that she was talking about.
Wonderful. Thank you all so much. Really happy to have you here. If we can, again, pictures.
Surely.
The unity of religions is based on direct perception of ultimate reality. The paths are different, but the goal remains the same. Even if the whole world becomes convened to one religion or another, it will not enhance the cause of unity. Unity in diversity is the plan of universe.
If you watch close, history does nothing but repeat itself. What we call chaos, it's just pattern we haven't recognized. What we call random, it's just pattern we cannot decipher. What we cannot understand, we call nonsense. What we cannot read, we call gibberish. There is no free will. There are no variables.
Difference is one of the essence of humanity. Difference is an accident of birth, and it should therefore never be the source of hatred or conflict. The answer to difference is to respect it. Therein lies the most fundamental principle of peace, respect for diversity.
Harmony exists no less in difference than in likeness, if only the same keynote governed both parts.
A real discovery is come from chaos, from going to the places that look wrong, stupid, and foolish.
I finally figured out that not every crisis can be managed. As much as we want to keep ourselves safe, we can't protect ourselves from everything. If we want to embrace life, we also have to embrace chaos.
Like a sculptor, if necessary, carve a friend out of a stone. Realize that your inner sight is blind and try to see a treasure in everyone.
I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one.
The deepest level of communication in reality is communion. It is wordless, beyond speech and beyond concept, and that's the beauty of communication in life.
Boundaries are not evident when we view the earth from space. Fanatical, ethnic, religious, or national chauvinism are a little difficult to maintain. When we see our planet as a fragile blue crescent, fading to become an inconspicuous point to flight against the citadel of the stars.
Harmony exists no less in difference than in likeness, if only the same keynote governs both parts.
Diversity is magic. It is the first manifestation, the first beginning of the differentiation of a thing and of simple identity. The greater the diversity, the greater the
It's a cruel and random world, but the chaos is also beautiful.
Diversity is about all of us, and about us having to figure out how to walk through this world together.
It were not best that we should all think alike. It is difference of opinion that makes horse races.
We vow the distinction between the race and mankind as same has been decreed by the Creator, and we shall ever be true in the faithful maintenance of white supremacy, and will oppose any compromise thereof in any and all things.
There is no enemy within. The enemies outside cannot hurt you.
There are not more than 5 musical notes, yet the combination of all these give rise to more melodies that can ever be heard. There are not more than 5 primary colors, yet in combination they produce more hues than it can be ever seen. There are not more than 5 cardinal tastes, yet the combination of them yield more colors that can be ever tasted.
War. Goggins fits the word. This is what they call it to give the illusion of honor and law. It is chaos, madness and blood, and the hunger to win. It has always been thus and shall always be so.
And the head is held high, where the knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls, where the mind is led forward by being into ever-widening thought and action, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awaken.
Presenting Narendra Kumar.
Thank you.
Thanks. Solo. So, yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay,
Solo.
Come.
Thank you. Nandita? Yeah. Just hold on. We'll do the others first and then we'll...
Yeah.